Alright, here we go. We are live. Okay, so how's everyone? So, this is yet some audio live streaming. Not yet from the Queen City of the South. We will get there. Don't you worry. Alright, so we have another topic to talk about. Yeah, to be or not to be. So there are so many possibilities. You just know. You just have to know your choices and the consequences of whatever choice that you make. Alright, so welcome to Yadamoja streaming. I know it's a Sunday, but let's stream for just an hour. Just an hour short streaming. And I find screencast a more comfortable way of live streaming. Wow. Thank you for YouTube. Thank you to YouTube for doing such a thing. Right? So to be or not to be. There are so many possibilities. There are so many topics that could fall into this general topic of ours. Right? So if you want to be recognized, being an audience to this stream, just let me know so that I'll be able to mention your name. And if you want to contribute, if you want to share your thoughts, your feelings, your experiences, you're all welcome. All right. So let's start. Okay, with so many things that's happening in the world, back in the Philippines, wherever you are, whatever your location is, wherever you are rooted at the moment, there must be a lot of issues, maybe in the government, in the family, in your social circle. So let's talk about those stuff that you are affected with. So you choose to be affected or you choose to be strong, you choose to be resilient, you choose to be broke down, break or make, or you choose to be made stronger, or you choose to be eaten up by those issues. Right? So whoever there is, I could see two people. I could see two angels. Why should I say two angels? Because I always call my YouTube friends angels hovering over my house. Alright, so let's begin with the issues back home. So, you know that the Philippines has been facing a lot of calamities, natural calamities, typhoons, earthquakes. So I want to know those people in the Philippines, how they are doing, how they're coping with such stuff. I know it's not easy, especially to those families who are not around, who are working overseas, or those who are far from you, whatever their purpose is for being away. Okay, so for me, being away from home, I always communicate Well, my girls, seeing to it that they're doing well. So I always ask them about the situation, especially now that they are experiencing a lot of aftershocks, and especially that both of them are not in the same location. So my mind is really divided. So I message the other one and then the next one. So they have different answers as well since they are in different locations. And they always assure me that they're fine. But of course, as a mother, you would always be concerned, worried, and wish that they are near you. Shanghai! Oh my goodness, Shanghai, kumusta diha? I know it's kind of late over there. Kumusta man mo? You're in Talisay, right? I know you're experiencing numbers of aftershocks of the earthquake. So I hope you're doing well. I hope you're fine, or I hope you're safe. Okay, always, I'm praying for our nation. So I hope you are always ready whenever emergencies emerge, especially now that they are advocating to be prepared. Yeah, of course, always. No, you have to be always prepared, whatever comes along. And they have been promoting these emergency go bags. I even told my girls, just pick up the documents. Those are the important ones to to bring, because it's really hard. It's really hard to find these documents, secure these documents. Kaluoy ug tabang sa Ginoo, we are all fine. Thank you. Yeah, of course, we cannot really prevent ourselves to be worried, especially we are far from our family. So that's good to hear, Shangi. That's really good to hear. Yeah, we as religious people, prayerful people, we always, we always ask for forgiveness, for help from the Supreme Being, whatever your beliefs in. So yeah, I hope you are all fine, because I know it's hard, especially you don't really know when it's going to happen. But there are, I don't know if it's true that there are services in our phones that will be notified ahead of time. But even for seconds at least, you'll be ready. But we don't have to wait for that. Yeah? Mami May, kumusta, kumusta? Good to see you guys, because I don't really stream like I used to. I have been saying that like a broken record. But trying to be in YouTube maybe at least 3 times in a week, the most, until I'll be able to do it regularly. But most times, just during the weekend. And it's hard because of the time difference. But anyways, that has been our struggle ever since we started YouTube, our time difference. But we cannot cater to all the people or to all the friends that we have here. All right, so yeah, so much about calamities. We'll always have to be prepared and make sure that you have the necessities: food, water, medicines if you have medications, if you're taking medications, so make them ready, and then yeah, always pray for for your safety over there. And then let's go back, especially in social media. Sometimes it's really hard to determine which is real and fake. Like the AI now, I'm not against AI, but sometimes people would be scared about this fake news going on because you can easily edit or you can easily, you know, put out edited videos aided by AI. And sometimes my friends would send me links. Is this true happening in the Philippines right now? I said, how would I know? But look at that video. I don't think it's real because it's obvious that it's been edited. Hello, Mike. Mike, you love to travel. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Despite cold weather, I'll try to survive. I'll try to survive. But that's not the only struggle here. How are you doing over there? How's the weather as well? Yeah, so this time we always really ask the weather, what's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? So how's the weather right there over there, Mami May's Philippines, especially in Dumaguete? You are located. Oh, so no, it's been raining. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, of course it's rainy season this time of the year until when February. I hope the weather improves, no? And I've seen a lot of news out there, and sometimes my friends would send me links if this is true happening right now in the Philippines, flooding in Cebu, blazing fire somewhere, Talisay, Pardo. So I said, how would I supposed to know? But looking at the videos, yeah, as I've said, it's pretty, it's pretty obvious that it's edited. They're edited and they're AI generated. It's too bad, right? And some people would readily believe. They're so gullible that would believe whatever they see, not really using real critical thinking if it's really true or not. They're not observant, or they're not scrutinizing what's in the video. Yeah, well, of course, blame we cannot blame them. Some people would just readily accept what is there. Yeah, and that's why some people are affected by what's going on in social media. These days, social media, just watching news and what's going on around the world, and pertaining to jobs as well. All right, so yeah, as I've said, it's up to you. At the end of the day, you will always be the one to decide whether you get affected or not. You want to be or not to be, like this and like that. It's always a decision making, and make sure that you are ready to bear whatever consequences it's gonna bring. right? So that's what life is. Always notifications. I don't know how to do this with so that I won't be able to receive notifications from shopping sites. So yeah, I'm always insinuating about what you see because it's rampant. Everything is in your phone, everything is in your computer. It's always social media, social media, social media. And yeah, it's sometimes hypocrisy that we say we're not affected, but there are really people who are secured in their mental and social confidence that they will not be affected by all these negativities going on around social media, which is good. I really admire those people who don't have Facebook or any social media platform because they choose peace of mind and emotional security of such stuff. And they are not affected. They are really strong in their belief. They're confident in themselves that nothing, don't need outside validation. So I always admire these kind of people. And as I know you are also fond of reading stuff, and I always prefer to read stuff or about human behavior, and it fascinates me. It fascinates me, but sometimes it saddens me when I hear or read about not so pleasant stuff happening to some people, especially those people whom you think are really influential in your life. Yes, so I prefer to read inspirational books and listen to positive people, optimistic people who have good vibes. And yeah, I'll try to filter what gets inside my brain or what affects my mental health. Because these days, especially last night, I was in a gathering of Filipinos, and they were talking about certain issues back home. We cannot prevent that from happening, right? So, yeah, they were talking about mental health, and of course, it doesn't happen in one day. Developing confidence and trust in yourself, trust in your capabilities, and knowing your weaknesses, it doesn't happen in one day. It starts with your childhood days. Huy, I see. Kumusta? Good to see you here. Nagyaw-yaw lang. Walang magawa. Thank you so much. I know it's been a while. Just so many things going on. So many things going on in the mind, physical, whatever. Yeah, so in totality, I've been busy. I've been busy and chose not to be in YouTube. Diba? So, yeah, of course, which we have priorities. We have different priorities, but right now, I'll spend my time during the weekend, maybe an hour or two, to be in YouTube because I don't know if you have that notification in your phone that it will say how many hours you've spent on your phone for the week. I would be very happy to receive a notification that for the whole week you just have 4 hours. Weekly, weekly. Yeah, all good, all good. Yeah. So it's really up to us to be affected or not be affected of what's going on behind the scenes in real life, as I say, behind the scenes of YouTube, behind the screen. So how have you been? Yeah, I received a notification also that I was gifted a membership. I said, oh, I've never been to her stream lately, but yeah, I did receive a notification that I was gifted a membership, but I don't know who gave that. Who gave that away? Oh, he's so very generous. Uh, but you know, given the time difference and the hectic schedule, I couldn't be there. I couldn't be there, and I couldn't even support other YouTubers who are supporting me. But I'm trying my best to comment in any videos that they put out, or sometimes I just give thumbs up. Just give thumbs up. Yeah. Behind the scenes is definitely right not to be shared. Nobody. Of course, yeah. Of course, of course. But there are always people who would try to pry on your private life and try to speculate that this is happening in your life. We cannot prevent that, especially here in social media. That's why I don't post much in my Facebook. That's understandable. Yeah, some people would say, "Why are you not posting anything?" I said, "Oh, I don't have to." I used to post only about awareness campaign or advocacy of what I was doing back in the Philippines. But yeah, that's it. Or sometimes the travels that I did, but I stopped doing that at least to support. That's basically as much as I can do on these busy days. Yeah, right. So I understand also, and I don't want to be. Sometimes people would, would feel bad or would feel upset with us if they don't see our comments or if they don't see us in their streams. But it's understandable that we also have our priorities. We also have things going on around in our circle or in ourselves. So we have battles also to to face. So we understand that. Yeah, so in everything that's happening in the world, may it be in your small circle, in your community or any organization you are in. So it's really up to us at the end of the day. It's really up to us what path we are going to choose. Okay. Yeah, but sometimes I'm not very good at direction, literally. I don't have a sense of direction. That's why I get lost. Yeah, so I have fears also. Not I don't fear darkness, but when it depends on the situation, when I am outside and it's dark and I don't know the environment, I'm not familiar with it, of course I I feel fear. It's not that I am that strong. Oh my goodness. Who is bashing you, Yads? You want me to follow? Ah, nah. Hey, you don't have to. But thank you. Uh, you don't have to, no need to give them, attention. Do you, as long as no one is intentionally trying to hurt someone, forgive? But there are people who are like that. That's their role in life. That's what they always say. If they don't uh, trash people, if they don't say bad things to people, life would be boring for them. So, whatever makes them happy, let them be. As long as you're not affected. And we don't, I personally, I don't need outside validation of who I am. I know myself. And I know what I want. And I know what I want in life. So, no matter what other people say, uh, we're not affected with that. Let them be. Same goes to those people. Ah, who cares anyway? But of course, some people would say, who cares? But in reality, they really care. I have seen that. I have seen that. But yeah, who am I to judge them? But sometimes, if they're my close friends, depending on the level of closeness, I would always give my 2 cents. And sometimes, you know, I am so I am so blunt and straightforward. Well, I cannot change myself for that, for being that. Uh, Recently, this is just recent because shall I say, in real life, something happened, and then I have to really put a stop to it because it wasn't good, and I explained to them that the culture of the Filipino is like this and like that, and I know I was so straightforward and frank, and I said, I don't wanna say sorry for being me because that's me, and I don't wanna be the person that you want me to be or you think I am. So I explained to this person that this is the culture of the Filipino, so you have to understand. And no matter no matter how one tried saying that I'm not this and like that, there will always be instances that this trait would come out. So I tried citing examples and events that really happened, situations or circumstances that actually happened, and that person was able to witness. So I said, see, you have observed that. You have to be very careful because that's going to be the root of something you wouldn't like to happen. And I don't want that to happen to me as well. So I was kind of I was kind of tough when I was explaining, because I said this is Filipino culture, although it's not. It's Filipino trait. I'm sorry, it's a Filipino trait, which I think isn't really nice, and I don't practice that, and I don't support that one, and I don't practice that. But you have to be very careful, especially if you are a non-Filipino and in a Filipino circle of friends, because that's gonna happen, and I don't want that to happen, that situation to happen, to reach that circumstance that you would realize, oh no, I'm affected by it, or I am supporting it. So yeah, we have to know our boundaries. For me, personally, even how close my friends are, I would always not to be privy of their personal matters. If they open up to me, I do listen, but ask them, not my cup of tea. Yes, exactly. Yeah, be who you are. If they accept you as you are, well and good. But if they don't accept you as you are, well, and um, they don't agree with what you believe in, or what your principles are, your values in life. Yeah, they better not meddle. They better not persuade you not to be like that. Exactly, exactly. Thank you so much, Icy. No worries po. Yeah. I'll be here just for an hour, no? Ranting. No, I'm not ranting. I'm just saying, most people in the house are still sleeping, so I think I'm the only one awake at the moment. We slept late, around 1 in the morning, I think. Yeah, and then I woke up 7 in the morning, so I not have much time to sleep. But well, I could always sleep in. I could go back. I could always go back to sleep, though. Nothing to do today because I think no plans. No plans today. I don't know. Maybe later in the day. Alright, so answer your phone call. Sino ba yan? Sila Bubu. Mommy May. Thank you so much, Mommy May, for being there and for updating the weather back in the Philippines. Oy. Yeah, so may tanong ba yan? There's somebody was asking. Who is bashing? Let them be. Let them talk behind my back, because their place in my life is at my back. Who cares? Who cares? I don't care. Let them think and talk. Doesn't matter. What matters are the people that are important in your life. So if they don't matter, we don't care about them. Yeah, so social media, oh my goodness. I I'm only until Messenger in Facebook. So even in Messenger there are so many, oh my, who, what shall I say? There's so many fake accounts over there messaging you, telling you this and that, and wanted to connect with you. Oh my. Yeah, but it's always up to you to believe. All right, so okay, since I have talked about this, I have a friend who used to go to dating sites. All right, and then these days she told me she disclosed to me about a veteran and social media with this account and this and that. I said, you have to be very careful. Oh my goodness. No, it's not cold, Graham. Hello, the most handsome man in the universe. It's not cold. It's freezing cold. It's freezing cold. Okay, so I'll continue because my friend believed in card reading, palm reading, all sorts of things. And I don't believe that. I don't condone those kind of acts. So I was just there listening because she said, I'm going to have tarot card reading. Do you believe that? I said, no, because yeah, I have my reasons why I don't believe in that. And also palm reading. I don't believe in those. And then she said, oh, I'm going to such place in Boston, and she's quite popular. Would you like to come with me? I said, well, yeah, if you want me to hear whatever that card reader is going to talk about. All right, so there were, I think, how many how many aspects were there? Family. It was about family, herself, future, and any questions that you would like to ask the card reader. Right. So I was there. What I did was I took her phone and voice record what was happening so that she will have also reference in the future if she likes to. All right. So the card reader was saying, yeah, as I've mentioned, she was in dating sites before. The card reader said, "Oh, you're gonna meet a man who is in uniform, blah blah blah, and he's colored, so it means it's not an American. So his skin is colored, and then when it was done, so she kind of told me, I don't really believe in that. I just want to get there for fun. All right, okay. So if that's what you really liked, going there just for fun, because for me, I don't really believe in that. I was just laughing, and then after a few days, we went to. She likes going to the bar, so she invited me and other friends to go to the bar. So we were there dancing. So she was dancing there, just sitting down in the corner, enjoying my water. And the DJ was, I think, Hispanic. I think he's Mexican. I'm not really sure, but he's not white. All right. So when the day or the night was almost over, when we were in the car driving home, she asked me, what did the card reader say about meeting a man of different race? I said, oh come on, oh come on. I asked her, do you really believe in that? Oh, the DJ was at this and that. He approached me after he finished his shift, blah blah blah, and talked to me, asked me about this and that he complimented the way I'm dancing. I said, okay, and then what do you think? Maybe. She told me maybe. I said, oh no, come on, cut it out. And there was a time also, so that's that. So there was a time also that she sent me a message that somebody sent her a friend request in Facebook who was in uniform, who was in the service. I said, I don't think somebody in the service would put himself there with his family name and his number, badge, I don't know, badge number or whatever. I said, I don't think it is proper or it's their practice to reveal their real identity that they're in the service because that's going to entail a lot of things. And then she said, oh, really? I said, I think it's a scammer. He's a scammer. But of course, he didn't believe. No, no, no. There was drinking and dancing. But I don't drink. And I don't want to go to such places, especially if it's closed door because of the smoke. There will be people smoking if they're drinking. So it was an open area. It was an open area near the beach, and of course there people will be smoking and drinking. But I just sat in one corner. I don't really dance, especially in public. Yeah, so she sent me the account of that guy. I said, no, I don't think it's real, and I checked when it was created and what the posts were, and then the guy was asking if she could send her a friend request. I said, that's kind of weird because your profile is public, so anybody can send you a friend request. Why can't he send you a friend request? Why is he asking? So I have so many questions. I ask her so many questions. So for her, I acted like very suspicious and not trusting. I said, no, because in social media, you have to be very careful. That's the only Facebook account that you have. You have your families and your close friends there. Why would you accept somebody you never met in person? And this kind of bogus account, my goodness. Perhaps it was someone in Mumbai pretending to be, yeah, right? There are so many. There are so many about uh, uh, in Facebook, even in YouTube. There are so many, sack accounts. So I said, no, you don't have to believe in all those because that person said nice things about you. Doesn't have to believe in that, and you don't have to think that it's real. Oh my goodness. And when you see the quality of the pictures that being posted, I said, I don't think it's a real person because you would, yeah, I don't think that kind of pictures or quality pictures posted in his Facebook account are real, or his really. So might be somebody pretending, especially when you when you talk to them, and the way they write stuff, or worse, when you talk to them through voice or video call. I My goodness, that's just a waste of time. Maybe that's just me. I Yeah, I do receive um, some of those, and I don't even know unless I open the message request, because sometimes I would receive notification from people I know that this and that is going to contact you because they're going to inquire on particular things. I said, oh, okay, at least I know. So they're going to screenshot the account, and I tried checking from the message request in Facebook, so in Messenger, so I would know. But when I check, there are so many that have sent messages that I don't really know. I said, what the? And then asking about personal things. I said, who are these people? Do they think that I would believe such such messages? And I know they would say very, very pleasant things about you, and you will wonder, where did this person come across my profile? That's why my Facebook is locked. So if you are not in friends list, will not be able to see what I posted, or you will not be able to click or see my profile picture. So you'll not be able to screenshot. Yeah, that's just me. I'm not being paranoid, but I don't want people to I don't want people to get to know what I'm doing, and I don't have to announce to the public that I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I'm the 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 videos that I put out in YouTube are just, you know, that's it. Nothing much said. That's why I don't want to talk much when I'm taking videos or filming. Yeah, and then you cannot really prevent people from, trying to reach out to you, say things that are not nice, or nice things about you, but it's really up to you to believe it or not. That's why I said, "No, I don't need outside validation about myself. I know myself better than anyone." And I am grateful. And I am grateful for the upbringing that I had when I was a child, and the people that surrounded me, and the education. And there's so many things that I am grateful about, that made me what I am today, what I have become. And now I would just always be grateful that I am who I am. Some people might not be happy of who I am, of what I am, but of course I cannot please them to be what the person they like me to be. So I hope you do the same thing. So we reach this age that other people's opinions don't really matter, but we have to decide for ourselves. We have uh, the capacity to weigh things, which is good and bad for us. And of course, try to bear whatever consequences it's gonna bring in the future. Own it. Be accountable of your actions, of whatever decisions you make in life. Yeah, but not all, because as I have said, we are all different. We are not the same in different ways. So to each his own. And some some people I hear so many, whether here or back at home, that they would say, they would pass their opinions on what other people do. And well, I cannot just say anything. I will just sigh. Or sometimes, if I couldn't control myself, I would really say my opinion. So yeah, that's your way of thinking. Like for example, somebody would say, you know what? I saw somebody doing mukbang, blah blah blah, and she's so big physically, and she doesn't really look good. I'm concerned about her health. And I said, yeah, you may say things like that, but they have different way. They have their own perspective. We don't really know why they're doing those stuff. We know that it's not really healthy, but maybe it's not their priority. For us, maybe we prioritize our health because we value our health. So we do exercise, we do go to the gym, we have our routines, we eat healthy food. But for them, it might not be their priority. So you cannot really say to them that, oh, stop doing that, stop doing mukbang, stop doing this and that. This this will not do good to your health. I said, well, that's their life. Let them live their life the way they want to live their life. I know there are so many different personalities surrounding me, but of course, I always, always stand on what I believe is good for me and for other people. But no, I'm not gonna impose. If they are my kids, when I was disciplining them when they were kids, I would, I would do that. However, when they have their, when they reach the age where they could decide for themselves, we will always be there to guide them, not impose what we want them to do in their lives. So I might not be what what ways I'm implementing, or what ways I am following might not be agreeable to you, but that's how I do stuff. Okay. So one example is that my eldest daughter, when she was in grade 5, she told me that she wanted to be a civil engineer. I said, what? Civil engineer? That's man's job. That's kind of tough. And it entails a lot of critical thinking, analysis, and all sorts of stuff. I am not sure if that's really the path that you really want to go. And then I said, yeah, whatever you choose, if you are capable of doing that, there are school aptitude tests. They will determine what path, or they would always guide you which path you're going to take. There will be career guidance in school, so I told her. And in my mind, I said, maybe she'll change her mind. She was just, how old was that? 10 years old or 11 years old? And I was thinking that she's gonna change her mind on the choice of a course that she's going to take up when she'll be in college. But here comes junior high school, senior high school, and she said, I'm really decided that I'm going to take that course. I said, okay, I'll just be here to support you. But you have to remember, whatever the course, that certain course in university would require you to do, don't, don't blame me if you find it difficult, because that is your choice. So that was it. I never heard, seldom, very seldom, I heard when she complained that it was so hard. I said, well, I told you that it's going to be hard, but that's your choice. I'll just be here to support you, but you will be the one to pursue that dream. And if you think that's going to give you a bright future, go ahead. Yeah, and then that's it. She's now a civil engineer. I said, yeah, okay, I'm proud of you. So she talked about her plans in the future. I said, well, that's well and good. I'm going to support that. So she's happy and I'm happy. Yeah, that's true. That's true. They would, it's always up to them because they're not robots. But when I was, when I was in her, at her age, my mother doesn't want me to take psychology because that time psychology is not really that popular, or maybe to her it's not popular, but that was really what I really, that was really what I wanted. I want to study human behavior, I want to understand people, and I want to understand myself. In the first place, I want to understand myself. I want to correct whatever issues that I have in myself and with the people around me. True enough, when I was in second year college, I think we have social psychology, and that really, really affected me so much in a positive way. That was where I started to, uh, mature way of thinking about things and stuff. So I tried going back to my childhood and tried to examine, scrutinize and myself, where I stood. And it really helped me a lot until now. And I would always be grateful of my choice of bachelor's degree because it helped me a lot. Although I would, because that's my second choice, because I wanted to be a doctor, but my family said we cannot afford to send you to medical school because there are four of us. There are four of us going to college. So can you imagine sending four students to college education? And we are not comfortable, or should I say, we are not really a rich family in the Philippines. Oh my goodness, we are just ordinary people. But my father would always say, education is the best gift that we could give you. So you just have to be good with your studies and finish a course and be out of poverty. And that's my second choice, psychology. If I couldn't be, because they told me already, no, we cannot send you to medical school because your brothers will be also in college, this and that. I said, oh my, okay, if I won't be able to take up medical course, I'll just take up psychology. That's the second choice. And my mother said, no, you need to get this and that, take up this. And I said, no, I have to bargain with her. And she wants to send me to a girls' school. I said, no, I'm not going to go to that girls' school. I'm not going to be in a school run by nuns. So I said, mm. I said, I would go to that exclusive school for girls, but I have to take this course, take up this course. And she said, okay. But when I took the entrance exam, I tried to fail it, but still, still, I passed the entrance exam. I was surprised. What? I even chose the incorrect answer so that I would fail the entrance exam. Yet I still passed the exam. What was going on? But I said, okay, I'm going to study in that school, but I'm gonna take up the course that I want. So that is good if she has a plan. Many young ones have no real plan. Some think opportunities will fall out of the sky. No, she has a plan, and then I just supported. We talk about it, even when she didn't graduate from university yet. But yeah, we talk a lot about their plans, and yeah, I'm as a parent, I'm just there to support them. Imagine waking up in hospital with Dr. Riaz. Oh my gosh. Sometimes at school they would always call me Doc. I said, what? I'm not Doc. Although I aspired to be a doctor, but no, I'm not a doctor. I wish I was. Waking up to Dr. Yats, it would be a nightmare. Yeah, so that was the story. I I I finished. Yeah, I finished it, and then I really loved my college course, and it really helped me a lot as a person. Although it doesn't really take the entire course of 4 years to get to know yourself, but at least it really was a big help for me because it was self-awareness, try to develop yourself to become a better person, this and that, and the values that were the family were upholding, and until now, yeah. Although you would be you would be wondering why some honest people don't really become rich. Too much honesty will not give you give you will not give you wealth. But well, that's life. Life would be boring if everyone is good and honest. Just when you think it's safe to go back in the water. What? All right, Graham. Have a good night. I know it's kind of late over there. Uy, Muan. Just when you think it's safe. No, it's not safe to go. It's not safe to go back in the water. It's freezing cold. Even if you put your finger in the water to check. It's not. It's not. It's not suitable for swimming. I don't know. I just wonder if there are fishes or whatever inhabitants there are in that that water. Thank you, Graham, for being there. Yep, for showing up. More news. Yeah, of course, that's a still picture. It's freezing cold. It was freezing cold out there, but what can we do? What can we do? That's a famous, that's a popular scenery in that place where we went to. I'm gonna soon be out here anyway. That's a choice that someone has to make. What's that? That's a choice somebody has to make to get to get the bomb frozen in that rock. Now, there's always a choice. Life is full of choices. You just have to make up your mind which path you're going to take. All right, so it's up to you. It's up to you. Whatever we talked about here, it's up to you. Whatever decision you make in your life, who matters to you in life. If you don't, if they don't matter, it's up to you. I thought the cat only had 2 kittens. Now 4? Oh my goodness. You've got five cat mouse to feed. But no, I have a cat back home. I rescued that cat when she was maybe a few days after birth. I don't know if she was really abandoned by the mother kitten, but I saw her in front of my door, so I bought I bought milk, and yeah, I bought a fresh milk in a Tetra Brick, and then I fed her. And to my surprise, the next day, my girls were feeding that cat until she grew up. No, it's a he, I think, because his name is Garfield. And until now, goodness, I didn't know about it because I really totally forgot about that kitten. That when we do groceries, there was big sardines that my daughter would buy. I said, "Why? You're not. I know you don't eat this, but why are you buying all this stuff every time we go grocery shopping?" And so she said, "No, I'm gonna cook that one, and that's a week's consumption for the cat." I said, "What? I didn't know about that." And Remember the kitten that you saved that you were giving milk? He's now big. I said, "Oh my goodness, I didn't realize that you were feeding that cat until now." Yeah, so we took that cat until now. I think he is how many years old? I think 5 years now. 5 or maybe 3. I cannot remember. But yeah, the cat is still um, even if we transferred to another house, the cat was the cat followed us. But a few days after we transferred, I don't think that he knew we were not there anymore. But he still sits in front of the door. I could see him, but the moment the cat saw my daughter, sh the cat was wiggling his tail and followed her, and from then on, his he found a home. He found his new home. He found his family. He's always there. I could see it because I have yeah, CCTV back home. I could see who gets in and out of the house, and he's there. He's there in the front of the door, sitting. Oh, so your cats are abandoned. Oh my goodness, that's good for you to save, to rescue those animals. But I couldn't. For me, I couldn't really take in animals in the house because, of course, it's your responsibility to feed them, to look after them, to walk them. You know, if they get if they get sick, of course, you have to run them to their hospital or the clinic, and it's such a big responsibility to take care of animals. But I'm not ready for that. Even friends would would ask me if I could adopt a dog. I said no, I'm too busy as a person. I couldn't really take care of a dog. Maybe when I grow old. All right, so I've been here for more than an hour. I need to go back to sleep and maybe do my exercise. So I have things to do around the house as well. So, yep. So this has been Yads. I hope you stay safe, keep healthy, and hope to see you in my next live. Right, so this has been Yads, and I say bye for now. Thank you so much for being there. I don't know how to go out of this. I don't know how to go out of this. That's the trouble. That's the trouble of screencast. I have to remember all these steps. All right. Okay. See you. Thank you so much. Bye for now, Garfield.